Steady. I'm kind of fiddling with the light here because I have never done a video in my bathroom yet. So today's the first day, but I just, this is my live demo of the lip products. And if you're on, you can hop on and give me a thumbs up or say hey so I know someone's with me. There we go, that's better. I'm unscrewing light bulbs so that I'm not too yellow looking. So I hope everyone's having a good day. And if you're not here live, that's quite all right. I will proceed and show you how this stuff works, this cool lip color. And then you can always, it'll be in the group and you can always go back and look at it and tell me if you have any questions or anything. So, hey Janice, how are you? You're the one I have in mind. So I'm gonna do your colors because you were the only one who had any specific ones that you were interested in. So I'll try to go quick. First, if you haven't seen all the posts, LIpsense, you start off with a, it's called a starter kit or whatever. And it's 3 products and it is, you choose your color and you have a oops remover and a gloss. And so all 3 of them come together and they're all used together. The color and the gloss are to apply, obviously that's what you're wearing. And then the oops remover is, if you make a little mistake, a little error, you can actually kind of use it like a little eraser, or at the end of the day is how you remove it. And I actually might hop on either later tonight or tomorrow and show how I do that. So that's it in the gist of it. LIpsense, the color is, they describe it as 98% nature and 2% science. So it's got a lot of botanicals and pretty cool ingredients in it. The way it's formulated is it has this kind of carrier fluid, this liquid, and then the pigment is suspended in there. So if you've seen any other videos, and you'll see me, you have to shake it up. So it's similar to, almost like, there's a little ball in there and you almost have to shake it up. Hey Cindy, hey Peggy, how are you guys doing? Those of you who are familiar and experienced, you can chime in with any comments or anything if you have anything to add. But there's a little ball in there in the color and you have to shake it up before you apply. I was telling Janice that if you're not familiar, there are 3 components to a starter kit, and it's the color and the gloss seals it, and then the it's fun, but it's a little awkward, Cindy, to do these live videos. And then the oops remover, they call it, it's kind of cute. You can either, if you kind of go out of the lines, you can use it to remove a little bit, like a little eraser, or I use it at the end of the day to take everything off. Some girls actually sleep in it and they wake up the next morning and just have to do like a little touch up or something, but I'm kind of a shower at night and yeah, I've gotten braver, Cindy. I'm a shower at night, clean off the day kind of gal, so I take everything off. So depending on what you've been using on your lips, mine were dry. I was terrible. They were always very dry, and I always used like waxy, like chapstick all the time. I was one of those that was kind of addicted to it, and I didn't realize that. It makes sense now, even as a nurse, like there are things that hydrate that actually, can go into your skin, and then there are things that are just like a barrier, and they just kind of seal it off. And that's what chapstick does. It's just a barrier. The LIpsense gloss is a hydrating gloss. So it has like shea butter and vitamin E. Those are the 2 big ingredients. And so they actually they can sink in. It's almost like putting a body butter on, it feels real thick at first, but then it sinks in and moisturizes. So, I wet my cloth here. I always start like when I'm doing this in the morning, I do it usually after I put on my LIpsense, kind of in a couple steps. You'll see while I'm putting my makeup on, but it's usually after I've done my, you know, tinted moisturizer or whatever. And so I dampen a washcloth, because I'm surprised sometimes that I have like some foundation or some moisturizer on my lips. So you want them to be clean, then you want them to be dry. And this is about to get real awkward because Cindy knows, she's seen these videos. When you do this, you can't really press your lips together. I may show you what happens. So we all stand here and like, talk weird. So that's why I'm gonna do all my talking at the beginning. So you shake up your color, and I'm gonna choose Sassy Z. You guys probably, it's backwards for you, because it seems like there are a few ladies who are interested in it, and Janice wanted to see it. And so I'm gonna show on me, and it's a pretty pink. It was a limited edition. So it's actually not for sale anymore. I lied, I'm gonna pull my hair back. It's not for sale anymore, but I have a couple of them. So they're going quick. It was a good summer color, or it is a good summer color. I think it's real pretty. So shake, shake, shake. This is like addictive. My mom said, do you have to shake it that much? I was like, I don't know. You want to suspend all the color, all the pigment into the fluid. So I just get in the habit of doing it a lot. And I'm gonna actually use the camera as my mirror, which I've never done before. So when you pull the color out, I should show you this. It's like a lip gloss thing, but you see it's got a ton of liquid on there. Hi Amy, how are you? Have you ever used LIpsense before? Are you familiar? So what you want to do, you don't need all this, that's too much. And this is partly why it lasts so long when we say one tube can last like 4 months. So you kind of scrape it dry and just back into the tube. Dry, let me make sure all right, here's where it gets awkward. So I start, yeah, it gets streaky if you don't shake it very well. You're right, Cindy. Ooh, I'm like sweating, I'm nervous. Okay, so I always start at the top. Some women start at the bottom lip. You'll just kind of like putting on nail polish. You know, at first, when you're out of practice, you're awkward with yourself, and then if you do it more often, then you get your routine. You kind of know how you do it. So I've gotten where I like to start on the top, and you just do a thin layer, kind of similar to nail polish again, and we do 3 coats, and you let them dry in between. So here goes nothing. I've never done this in a camera. There's one. Not too bad. I may have to lean over and look in the mirror here in a minute. And so it looked like I went back and forth. You don't want to go back and forth. An analogy I heard was like, it's like a dry eraser, like where if you go back over it, it takes it back off, and it's true. Or like trying to paint your fingernails, if it's still kind of damp, you know how it like just balls up and gets weird. So you want a real thin layer, real thin coat. You don't want to go back and forth, but you can do like the bottom and then like the inner part of your lip. So that's where it looks like you're going back and forth. And if your lips are dry, like mine were, it does feel a little tingly. Part of the suspension liquid is a cosmetic grade alcohol, so women will say, ooh, and you can kind of feel it. I kind of like it now. I've gotten used to it. It's like I know it's working or whatever. Here's the second layer. Okay, that's the top. Okay, let it dry. Ah! All right, and you don't want, you want to give it sufficient time to dry. So it takes a little bit of like time investment in the morning to put it on. And it's not just like a swipe of lipstick while you're driving down the road, but then it lasts all day, and you honestly, you don't even think about it. I surprise myself sometimes in the mirror. Okay, last one. And the bottom. Yeah, yes. So you can tell, like the little tingly feeling, you can feel it. I can't see real well there, but I think I got it pretty well. So that's 3 coats. That's where, I don't know if you saw, I'm gonna let it dry. I can't believe I'm fanning my lips. I don't know if any of you saw, I commented on, Desiree asked, like, so did you layer colors? Because I have really gotten where I like to do that. I think that's fun. So yeah, the cool thing about the 3 layers is you can do one color, or you can layer different colors and like kind of make custom colors. So I'm going to show you. You don't want to do this because I've done it and I'm like all sweaty and nervous. You can, like, I think you can pull off bits of your color, but look, if you don't use gloss, it sticks. So, hey Kristen. Never thought you'd watch me put lip color on a video. So, next step, I have my 3 colors. Next is the gloss. And they say it seals it in. And if it's dry, which it is, nothing is, oh geez. Maybe I didn't wait very long enough on my inner lip. You can see, it's not like you putting lip gloss over lip color, like lipstick, where it gets all over your wand and it's all like gross. So, that's that. Now it looks like lipstick. It's got that kind of satiny, texture or whatever. So we always, for those of you who just hopped on, starter kit is a color of your choice and a gloss to seal it, and then this is called Oops Remover, and it can, so if I got like out here, you can use the wand and you can kind of straighten your line a little bit, because once it's on, once it's dry, you can't really wipe it off. If it's still wet, I've been able to kind of catch the edge, but the Oops Remover, you can use that with to correct things, or then as a remover at the end of the day, and you just put it on kind of like a lip gloss, and I let it sit for a couple minutes and rub my lips around. And then the best way I found is with warm water and a washcloth, and it just comes right off. You don't have to scrub. What was I gonna say? There was something else. Anyone have any questions? Kristen, you're laughing at me always. I talked about, you might feel a tingle. You probably will feel a tingle if you haven't been using LIpsense, but it's not anything horrifying. Emily, my daughter, she's 12, and she has chapped lips all the time. She has that terrible habit of licking, and she did it the first time. She was like, oh, and then now she's like, Mom, please, can I wear it? So, and she doesn't like pain or anything. So, okay, so Janice, I don't know if you're still on here. That's Sassy Z, and color, the lighting in here is not great, but it's like a pretty pink. Okay, thank you, Cindy. Janice wanted to see persimmon, so I'm gonna go ahead and show that. It's like a terracotta color. It's pretty, and I'm just gonna show that on my hand just so she can see what kind of color that is. If you look in the albums in the group, there are the colors on all different skin tones, and so that was the point of that, because they look different on different people. I'm curious to see what Napa and Bravo look like on you, Cindy, because they like Napa looks pretty purple on me. It's kind of a not plum, kind of purple wine color. Any questions, anybody? Hey, okay, Janice, this is for you. I know that we've posted a couple of the little goofy party games, and I haven't forgotten about those. We'll choose some winners. I plan to go live again tomorrow if you all have any questions about anything, I'll kind of hop on and just wrap things up. And if you have any questions, I'll answer any of those, and I'll announce that tomorrow. I've got some little gifts. And yes, Cindy, I would love to see a picture of Napa on you. So definitely, my selfie game has gotten strong. Emily and Chris are kind of mortified at all the selfies I take, but that's okay. That's my job. Can you see that? That's persimmon on my skin. The color's not very good. Hey Desiree! Sassy Z. You can go back and watch it as soon as I hop off. It'll load, and then you can watch the whole application. So that's it. It doesn't take long. Now this will be on all, oh, here's what I want to show you. This will be on all day long. So this is, I mean, it does not, I still have to check because it's like, I don't believe it. That's gloss. You'll see the gloss, but the color is on. Me too, Cindy. White tissue. Nothing. I mean, it's crazy. It amazes me still. So, because I was a chapstick girl, I convinced myself that I didn't care about lipstick, but apparently I do. I like it. So, and especially if I don't have to think about it. I put it on in the morning while I'm doing the rest of my stuff, and then I'm done. You do, especially when you start, you do want to reapply gloss through the day. So yes, it did, Amy. I was drinking coffee with a friend the other day, and there was nothing on the can. I don't gross out my family with, like, you know, lips on the straw of the drink anymore. It's fantastic. So I appreciate you all hopping on to watch me put on my lip color. That's that's a first. So I love you guys, and if you have any questions or anything, you can always just message me or text me or call me if you have my number. So I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye.